Hi, Deborah Rogers here. Today I want to talk to you about the keto diet. The keto diet is so important. It's the way the cavemen basically ate. Um, so I want to share this information with you. You want to eat lots of fats, healthy fats. You want coconut oil. You want to use avocado oil. You want to use dry pressed, cold pressed olive oil. You want to use good, healthy fats, which is animal fat. I know it's not what the modern dietitians tell you. Dietitians, what you have to understand is the way I understand it is dietitian school is funded through the Kellogg's and the Post and the General Mills companies. Anybody that makes their money from the grains that are grown are not the best people to learn how to fuel the human body. That's my belief. And there's a lot of scientific data and normal everyday life that can prove this fact. What I know is that I have eaten for the last 15 years, most of my life, up until I lost some weight and then I quit. I was doing the Atkins diet. I lost a lot of weight. I lost from over 200 pounds down to 125 pounds. And I have a picture I'll show you on the next video. It's on my refrigerator. So I'll show you that. I'll show that picture to you. And on this video, I just want to initially tell you what is possible, what's available to you. And there's so many people out there that have never heard of the keto diet or don't know what it is and how to start a keto diet. So that's where I'm coming in. I've been doing it now since February, and I'll have to look up the exact date. I do have it written down on the calendar. When I started, I weighed 207 pounds, and I weighed yesterday morning, and as of right now, I am down to, I believe it was 172. So I've lost about 30 pounds, give or take, and I love the diet. I call it a lifestyle. It's more of a lifestyle because you don't ever want to go back to eating the normal way, which is carbohydrates and high levels of sugar and grains, because I mean, I was always a breadaholic. That's what I called myself because I love bread and butter. I can have all the butter I want now, just not the bread. But I did find a recipe, and I'll share that recipe with you. It's someone else's that has a keto channel, and they're also doing the diet. So I will get that link for you so that you can go to their website. And they also have a YouTube channel, so you can pick up their recipe, and I will come up with my own recipe later. But for right now, I want to share that with you, and it does have flavor to it. It is excellent with almond butter. It's great to heat up or to toast if you prefer it toasted, and just put butter on it. It's wonderful. I love bread. Like I said, I'm a breadaholic. So I am a bread connoisseur, and this is pretty good bread. So as far as low carb goes. So the other thing that I wanted to talk to you about regarding the keto diet is it's really not that hard to do. There's some basic things that you need to learn to really get started. You need to learn how to read labels. You need to learn what is a good fat and what is a bad fat. Basically, any vegetable oil, canola oil, what is a canola anyway, and how did they get the oil from it? I have no idea, but anyway, it's not healthy for you, whatever it happens to be. So don't eat the oil. Don't cook in it. Don't fry with it. You're better off using fat from bacon. Not lard. I'm not going to say lard, and I'm not going to call it lard, because if you go to the grocery store and you buy a bucket of lard, Yes, they still make it. You could buy a bucket of lard, but if you look on the back and you know how to read that label, that lard is the same thing as the canola oil, in my opinion, that you could use. It's trans fat. They transfer the fat from the healthy fat to something that's going to be shelf stable, something that's going to last forever. And that's what you want to get away from, is from the trans fats. You want to, and that is because trans fats are hard on your system to digest. They don't digest well at all, if at all. So you don't want to use trans fats. You want to use products that are more closer to your own oils and fat in your body. So animal fat is wonderful to use. You can cook in it, you can fry in it, you can use beef tallow, you can use pork fat from bacon or something that you've cooked. You can use coconut oil is wonderful and has a wonderful taste. What else? Avocado oil. The healthy fats, not just fat just because, or any other kind of fat. So you want to use the good healthy fat. So this is what I have for you right now. And if you want to use, if you just want a simple meal plan, like what I do sometimes when I'm busy and I'm really not hungry, but I just need a little something, I have cans. I always have cans of tuna and water in my cabinet. It may not be the absolute healthiest, but it's full of healthy oils and it's brain food. It helps my brain. Walking helps my brain. Just to get out and go for a walk for a mile or 2 miles in the morning or anytime during the day, actually. It helps my brain immensely. I cannot believe the difference in how my brain treats me, you could say, when I go for a walk and when I don't go for a walk. When I go for a walk, my brain starts working and thinking, and I come up with ideas that I never would have dreamed up before. And it's just amazing once you start exercising and you get into that habit of exercising and walking every day, that how your brain optimizes its time, and you give it a problem to work on and it starts working on it. And I know that, I'm sure that you have witnessed yourself a time in your life when you thought, how could I do this? Or how could I make this work? And your brain goes to work on that question. And then you wake up, you may wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and you have the idea. You know how this is going to work. So, for instance, if you haven't had that experience, I'm sure you've had the problem of not being able to remember a person's name. And you think and you think and you think, and what is that person's name? It's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it is. Okay, now what it is, what is it? And then you think you forget about it, but your brain doesn't forget about it. Your brain is still working on that question. And to prove it, remember, or do you remember waking up at like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it pops into your head? That's proof that your brain doesn't sleep. That's proof that when you give your brain a question, your brain is going to come up with an answer, because it keeps working on it and working on it and working on it until it comes up with that answer. So anyway, let's stop this for now. So if you have any questions, oh, and my simple little diet, I use cucumbers. I slice up a cucumber and I make little sandwiches with tuna and water and a little bit of mayonnaise, like half a teaspoon or half a tablespoon of mayonnaise. Mix it together. You can put pickles in it. You can use pickle juice. You could use a few onions, whatever you want. Be careful with onions. Onions have a lot of sugar in them, natural sugar, so a lot of carbs. but the cucumbers have very, very low amount of carbs. The mayonnaise is going to have the most carbs. The tuna fish has 0 carbs. So you can eat all the tuna fish that you want. Limit your mayonnaise. I will get a mayonnaise recipe for you because the homemade mayonnaise tastes so much better than anybody, than Best Foods or anybody. It is wonderful. And you can make it at home. You can make it as you use it. It does have a raw egg white in it, but it's perfectly safe to use. So I will get that recipe for you. I will get the recipe for the mayonnaise. And there's another recipe that I'm really looking forward to sharing with you just right off the top of my head, is a recipe for ranch dressing, for homemade ranch dressing that tastes better than the envelope or the pre-made jar. I'm really excited about getting those recipes to you so that you can get started on your keto lifestyle and doing this magic keto lifestyle and sharing it with those that you love and you care about. So for now, I'm going to let you go. Welcome to the group. And if you have any questions, please post them in the group or reach out to me. I will be in and out of the group. So as I'm adding people, feel free to add people that you know of that would be interested in this, but also check with them first. Make sure it's okay with them that you add them to this group. So, or you could just send them an invitation, tell them beforehand, hey, I'm sending you an invitation from this group that's just getting started. It's for the keto diet lifestyle. So, and I call it Magic Keto because keto is magic to me. I fought my weight loss for years. For years, I was addicted to sugar. I was fat. I was bloated. My feet hurt. My joints hurt. I hurt all over. I couldn't lose weight. All I could do is from one day to the next, from 1 week to the next, I would gain weight on a regular basis because of what I was eating. I thought oatmeal was the right breakfast for me. I thought if I added enough butter to my oatmeal, it would taste better, and not only taste better, it was healthy. No, it's not healthy. It's sugar. It's a grain. Grains, when our body eats, when we eat it and we put it into our body, it turns into sugar. Our body processes it into carbohydrate. Potatoes, any kind of grain, any kind of corn. Corn is grain. Think about it. If you know anything about pigs or hogs, when they send hogs to the slaughterhouse to be killed, or before they're sent to the slaughterhouse, how do they fatten them up? They feed them corn. Corn is what puts weight on you. Corn is not healthy. And I'm not even getting into the GMO part of corn right now. So there is no healthy corn. I just heard on the radio yesterday that because of the way the wind blows and everything, even if you believe that the corn seed that you use is from ancient times and grows ancient corn, biblical corn, the way the wind blows and it carries that pollen to another stalk or another kernel of corn, another ear of corn, that pollen is going to infect and the other corn, so it's no longer pure. It's GMO, just like all the rest of it is. Maybe it doesn't show up at first, but over time it will. So be careful eating any starchy potatoes, corn, beans, legumes. Okay, well, that's a whole nother video. We'll go over that later. So in the meantime, welcome to the group. Have a wonderful day. And I look forward to getting to know you and helping you on your journey with the Magic Keto lifestyle. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.